need for my asparagus quiche. Some asparagus, of course, some cheese. I'm going with some spring onions and some mushrooms. I'm going to need some butter, a couple of eggs, plain white flour and some milk. First thing we're going to do to make your pastry is go in with your flour to a food processor. If you haven't got a food processor, put it into a mixing bowl because you're going to mix it by hand with your butter. Make sure your butter's cold. Chop it into little cubes to help it mix. And then either by hand in a big bowl or in a processor until it resembles breadcrumbs. When it's mixed so it resembles something like breadcrumbs, I said, you're going to go in with your egg yolk and 2 tablespoons of water. And again, get those mixed in. If, like me, it still seems just a tad dry, you're just going in with another tablespoon of water and mix it. And there we are. When it resembles something like that, but it'll come together to form a dough ball. You're going to cover that with cling film and stick it in the fridge for half an hour. With your pastry cooling off in the fridge, it's time to prepare your veg. So your spring onions, just going to top and tail them. With your asparagus, just going to cut 1 inch of the wooden part off the bottom. Don't really want that. And for your mushrooms, get them peeled. With your veg prepared, it's just a case of chopping them up now into little bite-sized pieces. Same goes for your mushrooms and your asparagus. So mushrooms and onions are going in the same pan so you can chop them together. Chop your asparagus separate, put them in a pan because you're going to gently simmer them in some boiling water. So it's on with your veg into a pan with some boiling water. For your asparagus, cook that to your liking, soft, medium, al dente, whatever they call it, however you like it. Then into the said pan with a glug of oil, and you're going to gently cook spring onions and your mushrooms. With your veg gently cooking away, it's time to grate yourself some cheese. When your pastry has been in the fridge 30 minutes or more, it's time to get whatever you're going to be putting it into, in this case a flan dish, and just give it a white round with some butter. When your flan dish is lined, it's time to get your pastry out of your cling film, and then we're going to roll it to the size of your pastry dish. When it looks about right, put your flan dish over it just to check that it's all going to fit, and then roll it up onto your rolling pin, and then out over your flan dish, not disc, and then tuck it in nicely. Then just take the excess off into the bottom of there. You're just going to prick it with a fork. Then cut some grease-proof baking paper. Tuck that in. then into there with dried beans, whatever. I'm using pasta, doesn't matter, whatever, just to weight it down a little bit. And then that is going in the oven to blind bake, it's called, for 10 minutes at 200 degrees. With your pastry baking in the oven, it's time to get out your mixing bowl. I'm going with 2 eggs. And your milk. A good dash of salt. Get them mixed in. And then into there you're going with your mushrooms and spring onions. And then half of your grated cheese. Save the other half to go on top when you put it in your flan case. When it's had 10 minutes, take it out the oven. Take out the weight of the beans or whatever you put in there. And then you're going to pop that back in the oven for another 5 minutes. After your pastry's had another 5 minutes, hopefully it comes out looking something like that. See, it's a bit fluffier than your normal pastry. That's because you've added that egg yolk into it. And now it's ready for your mixture. Then onto there with your asparagus. Spread that out. And last but not least, the rest of your cheese. And then it's back into the oven for around 30 minutes. When it's done in the oven, hopefully it comes out something like that. And then cut yourself a piece. Get a cup of tea, put your feet up and enjoy.